Hello guys, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, power had gone off for a few seconds. That's what pisses me off. When it goes off, it only goes off for a minute. Uh, yeah, anyway, but let's do this again. And I hadn't saved the project, but we are making low poly characters. Yeah, we had started the stream a few minutes ago and the power went off, so I had to restart the stream. And before I do that, I like to do these promotions because I have to do them so that I'm able to. Yeah, let's do some quick promotions here and then we can get to the project back. I know I did this already, but I have to do this so that anyone who comes back to the stream can see. Let me first get these. Yeah, so add-ons, Blender add-ons, and you want to, why is this slowing down? So yeah, the first add-on I want to recommend today is HDRI Maker, which is an add-on that lets you make 3D HDRI images for your scenes, and you can see it also supports shadow casting and so that you can have a character that is seated on the ground and not just floating around. You can see how you can use it. It also lets you blend in 3D surfaces onto your ground surface or HDRI surface. Another add-on I want to promote is Human Generator, or another add-on that I recommend is Human Generator, which is an add-on that lets you generate high detailed 3D characters for your scene. All the links are going to be in the description if you want to check that out. The final add-on I would like to promote is the Physical Starlight add-on. This is an add-on that lets you generate skies that work in Eevee and cycles. You can add clouds, atmospheric atmospheres, and other things like that. You can again, the link is in the chat or in the description for you to check out. So let's get into this again. Let me make sure this time I'm saving. So because last time I wasn't saving. 2022. 2022 Jan, all these low poly characters, extras like that. Okay, I would appreciate if you can teach us how to create traffic with GeoNodes. Many people want to create one like me. I guess this is for this stream. So yeah, I'm not very versed with geometry nodes just yet to make something that complicated, but I'll look into it and see. Yeah, so let's come back to this. Start with a cube. You first get the shape correct here. Okay, so that's our base mesh, and the back side. So this is usually something like this. So this is the waist. This torso area, and then yeah, I can add a mirror. Actually, before I add a mirror, let's add a subdivision surface, but with very little. Actually, should I use a subdivision surface? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we can use a subdivision surface like that. Actually, I don't need that many subdivisions. What we can do is come in here, add a loop cut here, and use a smooth smooth. Just smoothing things around a bit. Like that. Okay. Now I can start repositioning things around. Just like that. If you were here, is it necessary to put a subdivision modifier on every mesh if I want a low poly assets, high poly assets, even sharp boxes? No, you don't need that. You can just use supporting loops. So for example, or you can just use the bevel modifier. So for example here, if I wanted to have rounded corners, but maintain the sharpness of the cube, all you have to do is just use either Ctrl B, add certain subdivisions, and you can see you have, you don't necessarily need a subdivision for everything, a subdivision surface for everything. Okay, so here, let's just bring this like this. Now let's use a mirror modifier. Remove other parts on this side. Let's just make sure that we have clipping on. And let me select this and just make sure that it's not too bright, so we can see the details much easier. You can see how I think this waist might be a bit too large, like that. So here I want something like that. You can see how everything is starting to take shape. And I think this is actually a better way to approach the project than we had before. So here I can just get rid of this face. Just have this go like that. Select this edge loop. This edge loop here. I think we might want to rotate it even further, like this. Extrude down. So remember, we are going to use this as a base mesh for even the male characters. Yeah, so I think that's a good height. Let me see, I saw a knee. Okay, so I'm just looking, I want to look at how the knee here, we can approach the knee. So I think something like this. And here can just round off this part, select these edge loops here, slide them up, just move them around, so we have our hip area like that. And something like that. Let me see, do I need, I don't think I need this loop to go all the way, so I think I'm just going to add a loop cut here and here, get rid of this here, yeah, something like that. I'll do the same thing because I don't want a lot of resolution this side, so this can be the same, so I'll just do something like that, get rid of this edge loop. Now this can be slided, just give her a big butt. I think here we might need some supporting loop there, and we have that. Okay. Just bring this. So that's this torso. Now let's make the arm area. So I think I need a loop here, a loop cut here. Just going to grab this, have it here, like that. And you can already see that we need an edge loop here. Subdivide that, an edge loop, and another edge loop just around here. No, like that. Subdivide. Something like that. Don't think we need that just yet. Let's see. So this here is the shoulder area. Hey Zigzag, how are you doing? Glad to see you. Let's see. Kissy. See, this part here is becoming a bit confusing, but let's first approach it like that. So this is going to be the breast area, and I think we might need a loop cut here. So let me first add a cut like that, and then a loop cut here, and think so depending on how tight you want the waist to be, you can do something like that. We can come back to this part. I want to select this. Just do something like that. First, keep everything minimum, just like that. Could you teach us how to sculpt? I'm not very good at sculpting. That's why I don't do it a lot. Okay, then I can grab this face. Again, you're going for a low poly look, so you can get away with. I think this part here is a bit too big. Yeah, the hand might need more subdivisions, but we can come back to that later. The important part is that we get the shoulders right. Hello, Helisarius. How are you? Thank you, man. That's music from YouTube. Okay. Now for the head, we want to make something very simple. So let's do a cube, subdivide it, very few subdivisions like that, and just shape it. Again, this is very supposed to be low poly art. Now we can always look at some reference images just to see how everything looks. I'll come here, just round off this a bit. It's going to be our neck. And this also looks like quite a lot of subdivisions. So I will reduce them like that. Hello, Reverend North. Greetings from Canada. Greetings from Uganda. Greetings, greetings. Let's see how to shape these. Let me look for other reference images. Should always look for cartoon. Let me look for low poly human head wireframe. Just to see how the polygon flows here. I think this is a good one here, so let me save that. So you can see that the head is a bit forward, and this neck here. Kind of slides in like that. And the face is always a bit larger at the outside, at the top, and kind of flattens in a bit. Something like that. Now we have a loop cut here. That's for the forehead, so we can push that in, and I can see we also have another loop cut here for the eyes, something like that. You can already see how things are starting to shape. Now let me take advantage of the mirror modifier here, like that. And if you look closely, we have this loop cut here. This loop cut here, I think is the structure of the face. So let's try to replicate it. So I think I can add it from here. And here, I think I might want to merge it here. And then here it comes all the way down here. And this part here, kind of pushed out a bit. So and and actually this should go here like that. Can slide this a bit, maybe rotate it a bit as well. I think my face kind of has a lot of polygons, but that's okay. We can fix that later. Now we also have are you creating a base mesh or a specific character? It's like a base mesh because we're going to reuse it in different areas for different models. We also have this loop here that makes up the nose, so it comes in here, 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 and basically makes up the nose, the mouth, and everything else. Let me just grab this. So this face here, this edge loop, pushes in a bit, and I think it comes here and starts to shape the nose. So we need to bring this closer to like this, and this is going to be our nose. I think we need a loop here. This needs to be closer, needs to be there. This needs to be pushed in. Have an amazing stream. Happy New Year. Thank you, thank you. It's 4 a.m. here. I need to sleep. Yeah, man. You can go and sleep, man. Good night. Thank for all that you share. Thank you too, man. Okay. Then you can see, if you look closely, we also have this here, like there is a face here, and we already have a base structure for that. So, and can select this edge loop here. Let me first make sure that these are well aligned. You just need to cut from here to here and here. So then just push these in like so, and you can already see how our nose is shaping and our eye area is shaping as well. So it's always good to, especially if you're not very, you are professional, you know what, you know that, right? Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, this you're getting me to blush, man. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the nose structure. So I can see already how we are starting. This is starting to shape. I think this bends in a bit. And this like this. Okay. Now for the mouth, you can see are there like 3 shapes here, or 2 shapes, I think. So you have this edge, and this making up one face like that, and then you have this kind of triangular shape there. So, and I think we already have most of that. Let me see. Yeah, so all we need is to add a loop cut here, and that should take care of this face here. So let me, and this I think should be somewhere like that. You have that rectangle there, which should be this piece here. Now let's make this here. So this should be, it's like a triangle like that. Actually, let's just make it a triangle, because if we don't, it's going to confuse everything. I can see how that area is starting to look. Hello Deepak, how are you doing? Glad to see you. Yeah, so you can see how the mouth area is coming up. Now, also you see we also have another rectangle. Yeah, ask man, ask. Here we have that rectangle. Which should be this, I think. So, and this line here is more straight. How to create a visible spotlight without fog? A visible spotlight without fog. I don't think that's, unless you create something. Let me see. A visible spotlight without fog. Unless you're using shaders. Unless you're using shaders, it might be a bit difficult to do without fog. Okay, so let's go for the mouth. So the mouth looks like it's made of a triangle, a rectangle here, some sort of a triangle here, and repeated down, just mirrored below. So we have that structure, I think, already. So something like this. So we just need to cut this here. Has to be a bit closer and around here. I think these here. This should be flat, I think. Yeah, this should be flat, definitely. And then we have the mouth like that. Again, we have to mirror this detail down. So you can see we also have the same shapes. We have a rectangle here, and another triangle there, and then repeated again down. Maybe you can delete the volume shader. Yeah, but the volume shader then will not be able. You will not be able to see the rest. This is supposed to be something like that. You can already see how the mouth area is shaping. And this is not exactly a triangle. It should be a quad like that. But you can see how things are shaping. So let me just make the lips a bit larger like that. Grab this like that. Can we make light emitter visible in camera? No. If you want the light emitter to be visible, you can use an emitter. You can use a mesh emitter instead of an actual light. Hey, good to put the face on the voice. Thank you. So it's been a while since I've been streaming with a face for nearly a week now, I think. Okay, so I think the nose. Let me see. Do I need this yet? No, not yet. Now we can repeat the mouth down. So again, same thing. So we have a rectangle here, and then a triangle right below it or opposite to it. And I just have to push this out like that. And I repeat the same thing. A rectangle and a triangle like that. And we have our lips, and we also need to repeat this again. Triangle, then a rectangle. At this time, this has to be pushed in like that to have something like that. Now this shape also needs to be a bit like that. Yeah, you can see our head is a bit too big in some areas, especially at the back here. We do have a lot of polygons going on, but that is fixable later. But the female anatomy is very difficult to understand. Yeah. That's why you don't see a lot of tutorials about 3D characters, because they are quite hard to do, and they take a lot of time. You can already see how much time you're spending on just the face area. So I think this comes a bit closer in, but if you get the face, the rest of the shapes are much easier. I can see there is a triangle here, a rectangle here, and then a triangle here, and then another quad shape like this. So let's do that. So this here, you can create a cut from up here to here. I think our face is too long. It's like we are creating Thanos, but yeah. So this face here should be somewhat like that. And, just pulled up a bit. So this face here is the first triangle here, is the first rectangle. Now then we need this triangle like that. And this should go like that. So that is dissolved. And now for the chin, I think we just need a loop cut here. Actually, it might be just easier. Just grab this edge and bring it back like that. Of course, our proportions are still a bit off, but that's okay. That's something we can do, fix later. This eye area is a bit too wide. I'm realizing that trying to do this while explaining each step is making things a bit slower, but that's the purpose of this. So I have been learning anatomy for 2 years, but I'm still getting a monster face. Yeah, faces are very difficult to get, especially actually this here should be a bit straight. Faces are not easy to make. You basically have to do it quite a few times to get it right, and most of those times you also have to be looking at reference images. So this is the face edge loop that connects to this. trying to get better shape here. Okay. And we're doing a low poly face, and this is how long it's taking us. Imagine if you're doing a high fidelity, like a high detailed face, which is, it will simply be, it will be even much difficult, much more difficult than this. And especially for the female characters, this is going to be, if just make sure that the backside, since the female characters are going to have hair, we don't really have to spend too much time. And apply this. Hello, John Agad, how are you? Okay, so that's going to be our head. We can always come back to it and make improvements if you want. Bring back the mirror. Okay. Now let's connect the head to our torso, and our torso also, our body also. Okay, this is needs some work as well. But since these are going to be clothes, they're going to have clothes. The characters are going to have clothes. It's not going to be too much a problem. So let's make the neck area. Let's see how this connects to the neck. Okay, think something like that. So I need this back to be a bit, coming a bit. Okay, so it's too tall. One of the difficult parts of making characters is simply proportions. Getting the proportions right is not really easy. That's why starting with a low poly version is a good thing, because you don't have to worry too much about the details. If us just make sure that these proportions look feasible for our character. Just add a loop here. Just slide this in just a bit. Hello, so let go first. How are you doing? That's an interesting name. Just want to make sure. Something like that. Okay, now let's merge these two. Just want to make sure first. We'll make sure that they line up correctly. Yeah, like that. Ctrl J and join them. Now need to get rid of these faces here and connect this to that. And I don't want this edge loop here, so I can just divert it like that and just get rid of that. So hello bro, I like what you do. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you, Achitori Eguro. Thank you. Yeah, I think we might also need a loop cut here. This is supposed to be pushed in. So I think we're going to need a loop cut around here. The shoulder usually goes out a bit more than at the back, so we can connect that. Now this can be basically merged with this. So something like that. Yeah, I think now the proportions are no longer and are not that bad as they were before. So now let's look at let me get some other more reference images. Female character 3D model wireframe. This will give you an idea of how to make your polygons flow. This has a subdivision stand on, which is not very good for reference. Let me save this. I think this can also help us guide us in proportions. So let's grab another image. This one is a bit too detailed, but it could also help us And this one here, exactly what we need. Okay, also just bring them here and here. Okay, so let's look at next shoe ad. Hey, thank you Fatka for subscribing. Thank you Penglis for subscribing. I'm not sure why I didn't hear the notifications, but thank you. Let me first hide this. Just line up this. Now the problem with trying to follow this is that the models are going to be a bit different. This looks a bit sterilized, but one other trick I might want to show you is if you have a reference image like this, so you have a side profile and a front profile like this, you can use Alt D to make an instance and just make sure that everything is lined up correctly like that. And now we can edit this side and edit this side at the same time, and the changes that are applied to this side will also be applied on this side. So let me first line up the face and just make sure that okay, something like that. I think we were close enough, so just now we might need a loop cut here. Now you can also use smooth subdivision. Just add the smooth value up a bit, just so you can round off that area a bit. Bring this down. Also need this loop. Just increase the subdivisions. I can see how that is being applied on this side. So I think this here can go to this. Like that. Now let's try to make this. Actually, I don't want. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to grab this edge loop. Grab this, push it in. Just try to follow the reference for a bit. Just scale this down a bit. Okay. Thank God I found this channel. Thank you, Rodney Wheeler. Thank you. Will you upload this video? All the live streams are always available after the stream. Just bring this. Don't know why a layer pops up when I try to subdivide a hexagon, and I don't know how to fix it. Please reply me if there is a way. Can you send me a screenshot of what you mean on Discord? Because I'm not understanding. Just go to Discord and send me a screenshot. You can let me know if you have uploaded it there. Okay, so here, just make the torso. Just have the torso like that. You can see if we didn't have this reference, I think our proportions would be even much way off. Yeah, let's try to align this. And our arm was also a bit, I think, too large, so it should be reduced significantly. Helicopter. Okay, let's see. Also, let's try to line up this side here. Actually, I think I'm doing this wrong. Need to just adjust this. Hello, Complain Tech. How are you doing? Okay, grab this. Just line up the shape. Now you can see, you can already see that we might need a little bit more polygons here. So just going to first slide this area up. Actually, we do have an edge loop here. So let me bring that up. Give thumbs up, guys. That would be nice if you did like. Helps the channel out a bit. Okay, so here, let's see. You can see if you look at let me actually look at this here. How does this look? So this is the arm area. You have loops that come from the arm and go to the other side like that, which would be this here, but we might need a little bit more than that, especially since this is a female character. So, and I need, I think, now we also have loops here. So for, let me first get out of, for this area here, for the boobs, yes, first grab this. You can already see how we are trying to shape that area. Divide. Just follow the curves. And we don't have to trace every polygon, but we can just subdivide like that. And I think, I mean, we also need, do we need that? Do we need that? Let me see. Because this is low poly, don't forget that. Let me cut that like that. Now, need to add a loop cut here. Continue up there, if you look at this mesh, you can see that you only have one edge loop that goes straight up. All the rest are merging to the, merging there. I don't want YouTube to demonetize me, but yeah, you can see. So all the vertices, all the edge loops are merging there. So, and the rest are just making the ribcage here. So let's try to replicate that. So I think the first thing we might want to do is first extrude out the booba. Like that. And then create the rib cage. So I'll just do an edge loop like that. And this should also help redirect everything. And the way that is going to work is if this is like that, and this like that. Okay. So in the same way, in the same fashion, that let me first clear the knots here. So in the same fashion, you see each edge loop is converging there. Only one edge loop goes all the way up. So that's this edge loop, the symmetry loop. Everything else, all the other edge loops we have should be converging at the nipple. So let's do that as well, but we don't want to have too many polygons, so these are enough. Hi mate, I'm trying to understand edge flow, those moments, but that seemed kind of hard. Those moments, yeah. So if you want to understand edge flow, it's a good idea to do exactly what I'm doing here. Just get an image with good edge flow like this and try to replicate the shapes, and just try to replicate the flow as well. So yeah, we have this ribcage area. So from the booba here, you can see then every horizontal edge loop just follows the ribcage until the navel area here. So that means that this edge loop here should also I think I've tried, but always F up everything. Yeah, it's not that easy. And at the crotch here, you can see that I don't know if this is called the crotch, but there is this going on. So we need this edge loop here. So instead of going up, it should be redirected to follow the hip area like that. So that means that this should just be like that, and this should be like that, same as here. That's my modeling style. The reference image, the reference. Is it? Because I thought this was standard modeling, especially using reference. Again, we are creating a low poly, but I'm saying we are ending up with quite a lot of polygons, which is not what I want. So let me reduce some of them. And you can see here, we nearly have 2 edge loops actually, so that means we don't need this yet. If try and follow this loop here, okay. Now for the horizontal, they also, you can see them starting to follow the curvature a bit like that until somewhere here where they start to converge to the center like that. So that means that this edge loop here should be the one to converge there like that. Again, we are creating a low poly, so we don't need too many vertices. So I think this edge loop here should go, should be merged with the center. So something like this. You mostly try to follow human muscle anatomy. Yeah, that's true. Because when you are rigging or unmating, you want the deformation to follow the way the human body deforms. Okay, let's correct this booba area. Just I think I need an edge loop here, but looking at this, I will need a loop here, but we can make it, because you see, let me change the color here a bit. You see, at the around here, you have a circular flow of loops that merge some of these edge loops. So we can do that as well. So I can add a loop cut here, 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 like that, and then just start merging some of this detail, and some of the edge loops from this side will converge here as well. So I can do that, get rid of this, or maybe just merge that. Might not need that. Now I want an extra edge here. So that I can easily line up the rest of this. You can make the breast area separate using UV sphere with same vertices and join them. Yeah, I think you can do that, but let me see. I just want to, it's not that easy to line them up. I think it's going to be a bit difficult to line up the sphere. Okay, see, the nipple is this side, and you can see again vertices or edge loops from up here are all converging at the nipple as well. So now we need more resolution here, so now I want this to be a perfect sphere. It's turning out a bit difficult. Okay. So this area here, this here, we can have an edge loop like that. And some of these edge loops can start to go into the arm like that, so can just do that. I want to have these evenly distributed. I think this area here should be a bit tighter. And you can come in here, just start pulling these vertices. Okay, looking at the flow of edges here, you can see this, we might want this to go up a bit. And what do you do for a living? Well, I do quite a few things: YouTube, programming, Blender, and also do some freelancing on the side. Just doing that. Then just grab this edge, have it here. Just connect this and that. And grab hello Jap Studio, how are you doing? Hello Fra. Are you using the mirror modifier? Yes, I am. Hello Farald Cash, how are you doing? What are your system specs? You can use exclamation mark specs for that. And here. Connect that, connect that, connect this, connect that. Now just follow everything else. Nice and simple. You can see how everything is starting to shape up. I don't think I need this edge loop. You can grab this here, extrude, rotate, just grab this. I think here should be You don't know who I am? Really appreciate your work. Thank you, thank you. Puna. I think the booba is a bit pushed out, so we can fix the head a bit. Face still needs a bit of detail, but at least we are getting somewhere. I'm adding the subdivisions just to shake on the overall shape. Now, the easiest thing about this is giving the character clothes and everything else. Sculpt move, a brush can be handy with low poly stuff. I haven't tried a lot of, I haven't done a lot of sculpting, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. My camera is out. Yeah, I think we can start from there tomorrow. I'm getting a bit tired. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next live stream. Have you done animated movies in Blender? If yes, you make a tutorial. I've done a few. You can go to YouTube, top channel one-on-one short. Let me see if yeah, they're not really short movies, or like yeah, I found it. This motherfucker buried it deep in the woods. I'm digging it up right now. Yeah, actually, some homeless dude found me and asked for 100 to dig it up for me. Nah. He won't say shit. If he does, I'll pop him. Yeah, he's homeless. Who did tell? It won't matter anyways. We'll be in Jamaica already, bitch. Wagwan. I'm practicing now. Speaking Jamaica, yeah. Wagwan. Bande. Blood thing. Yeah. Have you seen my last upload on what? On Discord? Okay, my mic was dead. Sorry. Thank you, Irene Centels, for subscribing. So yeah, what I was saying, I guess my mic was dead there. I like the piece. Really looks good. really looks good. But because it's using a single material for everything, even for the mountains, I guess in the back, it doesn't look too detailed, but it looks good generally, and yeah. And the textures maybe here. Is the mic still dead? I love you, Erin, as well. Love you too. The textures look good, but it looks already repeating. So maybe you can add a few other things to break it up a bit. Let me see, what else can I criticize here? I don't like criticizing other people's work, but since you asked, let me see, what else can I criticize? But generally, the entire piece looks good. It looks good. Yeah. It's just that some areas it looks a bit empty. Some areas look empty, especially like here. And this is taking up a large portion of the piece, and there isn't much going on here. And the steps, maybe what would have helped is if you added a few characters just standing and played with some shadows. Just so you have a character standing here and they cast a long shadow somewhere. It does add some visually interesting stuff. And another thing I could do, so for example here, there's still a lot of empty space here. So you put a large object off screen and it casts a shadow somewhere here. So your shadow is not just a plain shadow here. I think it would be nice as well. Maybe change the composition and give it some air. Yeah, maybe changing the composition as well. But yeah, another thing I wanted to, I said maybe the mic was off. Yes, you can join the Discord. I just use exclamation mark Discord, and let me get it for you. Discord, and you can join in there. You can also try breaking up the materials of the steps here a bit so that it doesn't look like a plain single material. But generally, things look good. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for being around. Thanks for showing up. I need to zoom to look into the app carefully. How do I do that? This is the form of serial watching. No problem there.